Hey y'all, how are you doing? I hope that all is going well. This is Tabitha Jane, and I am coming to you with a timeless reading. Now, this reading is being recorded on September 8th, but Spirit, Guides, Angels, Higher Self doesn't operate on our timeline. So this is a general reading, and I encourage you to take what resonates and apply it, and what doesn't resonate, release and let go based on where you are at in your personal development process with growing and expanding. All right. For those of you who are subscribers and hang with me, thank you. I appreciate you so much. And those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. I hope you find something of value here that is beneficial and helpful to you. All right. We're doing this a little bit different today. I like switching things up. Same old gets a little bit boring and dry. So, alright, Spirit, I can't, if I get to those cards. Alright, give me a second. I'm not as familiar with these decks, and hopefully I don't knock everything over. It's happened before. Just saying. Sorry. Not well prepared, but just like this isn't what I was expecting. But this is what I'm being called to do. Mystical Shaman Oracle. Well, you know, the bigger picture is we are going into Mars retrograde in Aries. That is a very dominant energy. It is a very masculine energy. It is a very clearing, releasing, letting go, ending patterns, closing situations, creating space for new beginnings. Well, here we go. This is my creating space for a new beginning. And we're going to use this oracle deck. Guidance, clarity, and wisdom, insight, and intuition for those watching this. Spirit, guides, angels, higher self, please. Messages for those watching this when they receive this message, please. What messages of guidance, clarity, wisdom, and insight do you have? Oops. We had two fall out. I don't really have a big workspace, so I'm trying to pick these up. Flow and magic. Wow. Flow is a 20, which is a 2 amplified by the 0. Magic is 33, a master number. So One moment. Flow. The essence. There is a natural movement of events in the world. You can see it in phenomena such as the tide, the ebb and flow of the oceans, and rivers that rise up from the earth, then flow to the sea. The symbol of flow yeah, I've been on the computer all day, so my eyes are tired. The symbol of flow represents the effortless and natural movement towards a certain destination. It signifies an ability to gracefully move around obstacles and reminds you of the sense of allowing. Okay, so what this reminds me of, before I read forward, this reminds me of the universal energy that we are working with, trying to work with, is like water. Okay? And think about a water, river in a stream or a river. You got the rocks, you got, logs, you've got silt, you've got obstacles. And when you are in a raft or floating down a river, when you are swimming in a river, if you try to swim upstream, you're fighting the current. It's a struggle, it's a challenge, there's great resistance. And when you relax and allow the current to take you, yes, sometimes there are obstacles, sometimes there are barriers, sometimes there is resistance, there's turbulence. But the water flows effortlessly over these obstacles. And I feel like that's really what this card is about, is relaxing into the current, the flow, the energy of the universe, to allow yourself to effortlessly, tongue-tied tonight, y'all. Just one of those days. Relaxing into the current, the flow, the energy, allowing it to carry you around the barriers, around the boulders, over the silt, to where you need to be. But the more we fight, the more we struggle, the more effort we put out, the more resistance we experience. Let me read on. The invitation. When flow comes to visit, it's a sign that your intentions have been in motion. Now is the time to allow nature to run its course. You are being called to effortless movements and the path of least resistance. What did I just share? It's like being within music, flowing within partnership. Think of the artist who creates without guile or craft, calling creativity up from the soul and bringing it to life without effort. You are called to be like a river, knowing the fulfillment of destiny is assured. Enjoy the ride. Y'all. It's time to enjoy the ride. It's time to relax, go with the flow. Magic 33, a master number. This is about mastering your destiny, creating the magic in your own life, knowing, understanding, realizing you have everything you need. It's always been there. Maybe you just didn't realize it. I feel like that's why these two came out together. Go with the flow, relax, enjoy the ride. Because it is about your mastery. It is about your knowing. It is about you having everything you need to create what it is you desire. But let's see what the book has to say. This symbol represents the infinite intelligence of Great Spirit that makes up the fundamental fabric of the universe. We experience the evidence of this magic through synchronicity or meaningful coincidence. When magic appears, you're invited to see the world through the eyes of wonder and awe, taking on the innocence of a child who knows all things are possible. Infinite potential exists in the great mind, and you are being invited to call in and recognize the dance of synchronistic events, signs, symbols, and omens given to you through the oracle of the ordinary world. This is a sign that Spirit is reminding you that you co-create your world in a sacred partnership. Your part is to dream, to intend, to watch for the signs that show you what next action to take. Right now, it appears you are on the right track to make your dreams come true. Great Spirit is listening and acting on your behalf. Pay attention. Magic gives birth to miracles. Give me a second. You're invited to see the world through the eyes of awe, wonder, and awe, taking on the innocence of a child who knows that all things are possible. Dreaming your dreams again. Remembering what your dreams were. Before the world told you you had to be XYZ, what did you want to be? Who did you want to be? How did you want to be? Reconnecting with that energy. Maybe those dreams, a lot of kids, they want to be doctors, or they want to be firefighters, or they want to be police officers. They want to be the heroes, right? And that inner child energy, that sense of wonder and awe, reconnecting with that in where you are now in your life path, as you're allowing the river to take you on this gentle journey of flow. You're not resisting. What is it you desire? Have you forgotten that you live in a world that is infused with magic? Perhaps you've become cynical and think you have to create your life all by yourself with no help from others. It's time to remember your relationship to Source. For you are a part of a story of the world, a living spark of spirit living on earth for this short time as an emissionary of light. If you look back over your life, you will find many instances in which your actions alone were not the cause of not of the blue coincidences that led you to that new relationship, job, or other important moment on your journey. So how do you stay in this awareness? The answer is simple. If you can be like a little child and cultivate that wondrous cynicism or wondrous curiosity, you will see magic again and be amazed. Remember, magic is real and in everything. It is there for you, for you to accept and receive. It is all up to you, and it is there for you. There's nothing that is impossible. There's nothing implausible. You can do and have or be anything you desire. But it's up to you to realize, accept, go with the flow, allow, and do your own work. So those are the 2 oracle cards. Alright. Well, I love these decks because they're super deep, which is why I don't use them, because they are super deep, and I just haven't had the time to really learn them, which is why we're referring to the book. Okay, so on that note, we are going to pull tarot from Dreams of Gaia. Again, very deep. Some of the messages, the questions, like, blow my mind. Spirit guides, angels, higher self. For those who are watching, messages, please. Messages regarding flow and magic. What messages of guidance and clarity and wisdom do you have for those watching when they receive this message? Flow and magic. Spirit guides, angels, higher self, please. What would you have them to know? Hold on. Messages, please. Messages, please. Okay, nothing is popping. So I'm cutting the deck. I don't always remember to do this, but I'm feeling really compelled. Okay? The bottom of the deck. You get the 2 of fire. Underlying messages. Must have a change somewhere. Wisdom. Four of Wands. I'm not sure. Like I said, I gotta look through the book. These are deep. So let's look at these first, and then we'll see if there's any clarity to come after. Okay, 2 of fire. Bear with me, y'all. A reason for everything coming out the way it does. Okay. subconsciously, what is going on? This represents partnerships and aligning yourself with another who shares your goals and visions in order to make an idea a reality. It symbolizes a power-sharing situation where two people with mutual interests work together because together they have more chance of success in achieving their ambitions than they would if they were alone. The two of fire represents teamwork, working together in a harmonious way. The division of labor is natural and organic, as each has different but equal strengths that, when brought together, create a stronger and united whole. Signifies an equal exchange of energy where both parties derive the same reward and satisfaction. So I feel like this is what subconsciously you desire. You desire a partnership. You desire equality. You desire a relationship, whether it's work or romantic, friendship, familial, family. You're looking for that partnership subconsciously. Wisdom. Already hearing it going within. While a person can have great knowledge, if they have no understanding of that knowledge, that will not make them wise. An individual may possess a great capability to retain facts and information, but lack the ability to truly process what they've learned. Some say wisdom cannot be learned from a book. It is something that is learned through experience. True wisdom is born of understanding our experiences. Wisdom stands from learning one's successes and mistakes, one's trials and adventures, one's gains and losses. Wisdom is born of awareness and discernment that allows you to judge the best course of action. In most situations, wisdom is the application of knowledge, logic, and common sense. So, of your desire for partnership, for that connection with another person, that building a dream, you're calling on your wisdom. Trust your wisdom. Book smarts do not help in this situation. I mean, anyone can memorize anything for a moment. I was a master at school. I was so good. Well, I could easily memorize whatever it was for the test. Don't ask me next week, though. That was gone. But experiences, that knowledge, that wisdom, as a result of what I had done, yeah, those lessons, they stayed. Alright, go on. Alright, the next one we have is the Four of Fire. Like I said, this deck is deep. It symbolizes a focused mind, emotion, and deliberate action that, once applied, lend impetus and momentum. It means acting with both skill and accuracy, establishing a work ethic or creative process that is reflective of both. It is about focusing on the task at hand, making it the center of our attention, not allowing distractions to cause us to lose sight of our target or objectives. It represents showing discipline by devoting regular time and energy to repeated practice and applications, which in turn increases skill and ability, and in doing so makes one's actions more confident and therefore faster. Goals manifest faster and outcomes are achieved with less energy wasted. With time and practice, a process can become as natural as breathing and mistakes become fewer. Now add that to our 2 of fire, our wisdom, building your skills, trusting in your skills, knowing what you're doing is right for you. You're establishing a work ethic or creative process that is reflective. It is about focusing on the task at hand. The task at hand, using your wisdom to create that partnership. Isn't that beautiful? I think so. All right, let me get to this very last one. Okay, this is Earth. Yeah, it's the Ace of Earth. Okay, 158. And let's see what else comes out. I do love the imagery of these cards. When the Ace of Earth appears in your reading, it represents a time of change and new beginnings on career and home front. That awesome? This change is driven by desire for financial security and independence for yourself or for those for whom you are responsible. It is a time to make preparations and plans for the future so that you are not challenged or placed under stress by the changes that are coming. What do you want to do with your life? What career path will allow you to both meet your responsibilities and be fulfilled? Are you more interested in financial reward than seeking a vocation or career that will stimulate you and make you happy? It is time for you to think of the outcome you desire. Do you need to further your education and qualifications to create more financially rewarding opportunities? A new beginning founded in practicality and pragmatism. This is the energy of the Ace of Earth. It is time to be grounded in your approach and seek tangible outcomes that meet your desires. Determine your weakness and strengths, weigh your responsibilities, then decide whether or not they fit with your goals and objectives. Also, be sure to consider the impact your decision will have on those around you. Be certain of your motivation. If you desire a safe and secure environment that is free of financial stress, then now is the time to consider building solid foundations. Yeah. You got a lot going on in the back of your mind. You do. Because you're looking at partnerships and how you can create beneficial relationships that not only meet your needs but meet other people's needs. You are using your wisdom, your experiences to help you with the connectivity. I'm hearing stepping into your power, taking ownership, seeing the bigger picture, going with the flow. To finally realize what it is your dreams and your desires are and being okay pursuing that path. Okay. Let's see if we can get anything else. Spirit guides, angels, higher self, magic. What is the magic? Okay, we know what's going on subconsciously. What's going on with this magic, please? Now that we understand what we're working on, what we're working towards, this magic, what it is we're creating, spirit guides, angels, higher self, for those who see this message, when they find this message, messages of guidance and clarity and wisdom, please, for them on their path. I had a bunch of cards flip over. If they're meant to come out, they'll come out again. So, but I just don't want to draw off the top like that. Messages. Alright, let's see. I believe this is the Ten of Pentacles. We'll find out. The Sunshine. One more. Three of Cups, Three of Water. So let's see. Let's see. Feel really good energy, really good vibes. Really, really good. I do. Like I said, this deck is deep. Ten of Earth, yes. Which would be, like in the traditional tarot, Ten of Pentacles. Symbolizes all aspects of life coming together as a whole. Career, home, family, all are in harmony. Years of dedicated service to family, career, and community have reaped the highest of rewards. The love, respect, and trust of family and peers. This love, respect, and trust are a reflection of what is felt within. What is felt within? I don't know if I can pick these all up at the same time. We already talked about what is in within. This is what's within. This is a reflection. And inspire a sense of well-being and connectedness that enables one to move through life with both grace and ease. The Ten of Earth is an affirming card. If it appears in your reading, it signifies a time of reward. It also asks, have you embraced the highest of ideals to lead a fulfilling life spent doing something you love, to raise your children to become happy, confident adults, and to know and understand your place and purpose? At this time, be sure to remove all masks. Show your true self to the world. Authenticity is admired by many. All right. Now, let's see what the essential is. I just feel so good about this reading. It's the 12 of Earth, which would be like the Knight of Pentacles, which is slow moving, steady energy that completes, it fulfills the cycle, which, yes, it's slow, but it's steady, it plods forward. It is abundant. That's exciting. Okay, 180. Let's Symbolizes the service to king and country. The Sensual is a trusted servant who has access to and control over all within his lord's domain. He, while being of noble blood himself, is in service to and speaks for the one above him. His duties are many. He is respected by some, feared by others, for he holds the keys to both the treasury and the dungeon. He is both judge and mediator within the halls and lands of the kingdom. He upholds the law and metes out justice in the name of his lord or lady. The Sensual also controls the master's wealth, giving payment to those who are owed, and collecting taxes from those who owe. The Sensual is powerful, but his power is borrowed and dependent upon his willingness to follow the orders of those above him without question. If his loyalty falters or falls under suspicion, he could lose everything, even his life. The Sensual of Earth represents a person in service, not to the many, but to the one. His role is multifaceted, and every task is performed with care. He is the master organizer and possesses both intelligence and a quick mind. He is a person who sets aside leadership aspirations in order to be the trusted representative of the one who leads. His position places great responsibility on his shoulders, but he is committed and dedicated. The Sensual symbolizes a willingness or necessity to obey the rules or directions of those in charge, but put aside personal beliefs and opinions. This card all asks that you use your personal power wisely. If you have the ear and favor of those who are in position of power, you in turn have the power to bring happiness or harm. What do you choose to do? That's interesting, because that's a little bit so happiness is yours, abundance is yours. It is on its way. Do you know what I feel like? Because this card speaks so much about, in this particular deck, it speaks about following the rules, the guidelines, respecting higher power, but when we go back to flow and magic from the other oracle, I feel like the higher power is you. Respecting, listening, hearing your own inner calling. It's really truly what I feel. I feel like the higher power is you. And it's so much easier to put it off on other people, because then they can blame. They get the blame. Things work out, well, you get the benefits and the rewards. But if things don't work out, then it's so easy to point those fingers at other people. It just reminds me, when you're pointing a finger at somebody else, realize 3 other fingers are pointing back at you. And I feel like this card is really saying, calling those who need it out when you find this, that it's time for you to step up and take ownership. Accept your responsibility, your accountability. What are your desires? What are your dreams? What is it you wish to co-create in this life with spirit? And what's your role in what's working and what's not working? Because I really feel like the overall energy is like super positive, super supportive. But for some, whoever's watching this, there's a little bit of a call out here. Are you taking ownership of your role? Alright, the last card is the Three of Water. Yep. The Three of Water represents satisfaction and indicates that you have come to a time to rejoice in life and your success. She stands tall in confidence with arm raised in victorious celebration. She has invested greatly in her creative endeavors and is well satisfied with her progress and accomplishments so far. She is positive and hopeful that her success will continue, and so she turns to greet the future with anticipation and excitement. This card is a positive affirmation and symbolizes the joyous potential for a rewarding outcome. It also signifies the importance of taking time to appreciate, celebrate, and enjoy yourself along the way. Look back and be proud of what you have accomplished. Do a little victory dance before turning once more to the future with a heart full of hope and a smile on your lips. It is important to allow yourself these moments of joy and celebration and to remember them. So y'all, I mean, really, other than the little blip of taking ownership, but even that, I still feel is very positive and rewarding. It's a reminder. Who do you give your power to? Who do you serve? How do you serve? This is really a very awesome and amazing reading, and I hope you found it beneficial and impactful and insightful, encouraging, and it gives you the support and the raising of your energetic vibration to give you the courage to go forward, go with the flow, allow the magic, because your spirit, guides, angels, higher self are 100% behind you when you find this reading. You're on your path. You're doing the work to really bring into your life what it is you're trying to create and manifest to benefit you. That's awesome and amazing. I just think so. I hope you think so too. Alright, on that note, I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you. Again, I appreciate all of you who've shown your support by subscribing to the channel, giving me a thumbs up, leaving me a comment. I am super grateful. And again, those of you who are new, welcome. And if you like my style, my technique, please consider subscribing, thumbs up, comment. When you subscribe and hit the all notifications, I do free live tarot readings when time permits, and you'll get notified. So I would love to be able to answer your question for you at your time of need. And in the meantime, if you guys have questions about the things I share, or if you want to know something about something else, drop me a comment. I do check the comments regularly. And just like the other day, someone asked a question about the Ho'oponopono, I always say that wrong, Ho'oponopono prayer, using it for healing narcissistic and codependency. So I did a video to answer that question because I feel like everyone can benefit. So yeah, ask your questions. So, alright guys, I love you. Have an amazing week. Thank you for your time. Sorry this was a little bit longer, but we have a lot to cover. And as we're going into this Mars retrograde and we're releasing and clearing energies, it was too important to shortchange. So, I hope you found it valuable. And forgive me for turning my back, but this is my setup. Love and light to you all.